So I have with me here the OPPO Reno10 5G. We won't do a detailed unboxing because the experience is pretty straightforward. You have the phone itself, the SIM ejector pin tool, some paperwork, the charging brick, and charging cable. That's pretty much it. So let's talk more about the phone now that's out of the way. So let's first start with the design of this phone. I actually like the variant that we got, which is the Arctic blue colorway. But my favorite part about it is that it changes depending on when the light shines upon it. So kung ano man yung ilaw or yung direction ng ilaw, nag-iiba-iba siya with this gradient-like style, which is really cool to have. I also love that there's almost this like sandy, grainy texture to it. It's not necessarily matte, I believe, because of the shiny finish. I realize I say this a lot, but I love a minimalistic or simple look of a phone, and this could not get any simpler. I wasn't able to get my hands on the other two variants, which again, my friends are reviewing at the moment. Pero napansin ko medyo pare-pareho yung itsura nung different versions ng Reno10. I also love the camera module. It's, for me, not the typical design of a camera. It almost looks like a pill. I love the camera placement, to be honest. Again, it maintains that minimalistic, simple look of the phone. I also love the fact that this phone is relatively thin with just 7.99 millimeters in thickness and 185 grams in terms of its weight. So it is easy to hold and grasp even with my big chunky hands. Now let's move on to the display. Now the first thing you're going to notice is the 6.7 curved AMOLED display. What I do love the most is the vibrancy and brightness that you get from this phone. I actually rewatched Knives Out over at Netflix, and I love the crisp, clear details that we get from that video. Kitang-kita mo lahat ng details. So I think this is the perfect device for you to binge watch movies or videos on YouTube. Now, of course, one thing that a lot of people would ask about any phone would be the cameras. And I actually had the opportunity to take this device with me during a concert. So, trinit ko yung fiancé ko recently to a Taeyeon concert. To be honest, hindi ako mahilig sa K-pop, pero napahilig ako because of my girlfriend. So, check out the quality of the video first. We're here at I don't know if you guys can hear me. We're testing out the audio as well. Malakas daw ang sigaw ko. Sorry. But we're testing out the video quality in low light conditions and the audio. Ako personally, I love the quality of the video that I was able to take. It was a dark lit scenario, pero kitang-kita pa naman din yung details. I also don't love the inconsistency with the whole bokeh, so you have to adjust that kasi minsan nakikita yung blur even in certain moments. In terms of the video quality, tinitingnan ko siya, may magandang bokeh on the side, you know, so the background, it's not that consistent. If you can see, ayan, test natin. Hindi siya ganun ka-consistent, to be honest, but it's something that you guys have to adjust. So yun, those are just little things. I think I'm nitpicking, to be honest, but those are definitely things that you can adjust in the settings. In terms of the low light conditions, kitang-kita mo pa rin yung detail. There's a bit of grain when you zoom in, but it's not that big of a deal, to be honest. And when it comes to more favorable lighting conditions, maganda pa rin ang kuha niya. Tingnan mo itong nakakatakam-takam na omelette from Antonio's. Masarap siya tingnan in person and through this photo. So yeah, this phone has a 64 megapixel main shooter, a 32 megapixel telephoto lens, an 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a 32 megapixel selfie camera. Now when it comes to performance, it has a Dimensity 7050 processor, which actually is able to play games such as Genshin Impact on high settings. So kung naghahanap ka ng downtime mo, the processor is a pretty ideal or good processor to begin with. Now when it comes to battery life, this bad boy has a 5000 milliampere cell, which when I took it to the concert with me, lasted me pretty much the entire day, and I was able to use the phone for recording videos, photos, and even the occasional social media browsing, if you will. And with the SUPERVOOC 67 watt charging, you're able to pretty much juice up this bad boy pretty quickly. So the biggest question on everyone's mind, of course, would be how much is this phone? It's actually priced at 23,999 pesos. And I believe this is a sweet deal when it comes to this phone because number one, I again love the display of this device. You get a nice vibrant color that's perfect for binge watching. Number two, you have a decent camera setup with good variety. And for me, the design of this phone is actually pretty nice to look at. It's one that I wouldn't even slap a case on because it is as good as it is. That's pretty much my thoughts on the Reno 10 5G. Again, we have two other videos of its brothers, the Reno 10 Pro 5G and the Reno 10 Pro Plus. Check those out from our friends Jamie and Leah. We'll provide a playlist here, so just click on that as well. That's pretty much it for me for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My name is Avram here at UnboxPH. Continue to follow us for more and catch us on the next one. God bless, guys. Peace out and stay dry because, you know, of all of the rain here in the Philippines.